Hey, good morning. Quite a lot to report on my walk in. I was having a think about this week, and there's been quite a lot of open drive opportunities. Now, for some reason, and I think it might be because I got burnt quite a lot early on trying open drive trades and getting them wrong, that I just really don't feel comfortable doing them. But they've been a trade that's been working so well this week, so I'm going to add something into my routine where each session I'm going to ask, well, okay, can this move I'm looking for start with an open drive? And then question like, okay, why could it, and then why couldn't it? And I think the why couldn't it's a good question to ask, because, for example, like Bund yesterday in the morning, if you'd ask, well, why couldn't it open drive, it'd be really hard to answer that question other than going like, because it might not, which is not really a great answer. You can't think of some sort of structural or technical reason. Then I think, you need to really believe in it, because you've got no way to invalidate the idea. So the other thing to report is that I lost 2 huts in Duolingo this morning, and I actually feel a bit tired, so I need to make sure my ideas are sound, that I'm making quality trades, and then just keep in mind the fact that, I am getting tired. No point losing needless money and then getting frustrated and having the snowball effect. Alright, see you in the office. The trade of the day was oil this morning on a comment from the Iranian president that was published by BBC. It was put on Twitter first, and that created this offer coming from down here all the way down here. Now the market had a failure just on the European Open to the upside and then come off, so it's quite well set up for this. And this news never hit Bloomberg. It actually hit Bloomberg down here after the move had already pulled back off the lows, and that was what the spike was. It never came out on Reuters, or if not, really late. So with being Twitter, it was quite sort of a slow build into this, and we'll have a look at that a little bit more on the latest. This is where I first entered the trade after seeing the BBC tweet. So you can see here I've entered with one clip, and then very soon a second clip. What's key here is that there's very little option activity and the market's not really going anywhere. I have another go at this trade later actually, but if you look at the time, it's just before 9:30, and that's one of the minute markers, the Singapore minute marker, and so the market's quite thick and doesn't really release. So here I have my third go at the trade, and the market started to offer. We're after 9:30 now, and the news hits the squawk, and so at that stage the news is reaching a wide audience, and so now flow starts to come to the market. So I'm one clip short now, adding a second one just here. And then you'll see the move start to go. Any second now. As you can see now, the flows are coming to the market. Tried to add a third, but it didn't get in. So you can see here, it's just so important to understand how far the news has reached. So on my walk to work, we talked about open drive. So there was one in Spoote. Let's have a look at it. Here's the Spoo 30-minute chart. And you can see here that the market's traded down last week, created a low, come up, set this poor sort of double top, and then traded lower. And you can see that it's stopped with a higher low. There's also quite a poor option down here. If you imagine the profile, there's a 2 TPO low already, so a ledge. It's auctioned back up, and then tried selling off again in the European session, and then squeezed into the US Open. This is the Spoo Cash Open, and the market's been direction onto it. It's squeezed into the Open, pushing above what was the Globex high. So the market starts with relatively quickly, good transaction pace, and here it's just pushing down to the lows, and you can see that there's this low volume node around the sort of 18s handle, and it gets rejected there and then starts pushing up towards the highs. It's now trading the day's highs, pushing through, and we'll see very quickly that it makes that it pushes out and then leaves another low volume node behind it, and that's how the open drive starts. Alright, it's home time. See you tomorrow.